Hey. I.O.W. Sports. I.O.W. Sports. I.O.W. Sports. W Sports. What's up, world? It's your boy Wildcard Mar in the building. That guy to my left, Detroit Mel.
What up, though?
What up,
Hey,
though?
what? Nigga, we ain't playing it. We almost got the same color hat on.
We didn't plan that at all.
I was trying to look up and see that. Anyway.
Not at all. But anyway, as y'all know, it's the I.O.W. Sports crew in the building. Lovely Thursday.
Right.
We have made it to another Thursday, another beautiful day to talk some sports. Let's get all the house cleaning out the way.
Get it cracking.
Get all that out the way. Going over to the website, www.ioftenwonder.com. That's the website. You get all the information on anything I.O.W. network related, from the I.O.W. Sports Show rate that you're watching right now, the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl edition. That's going every minute.
That one.
Yeah, that one. Daddy Cooks, R. Bob, I Off the Wonder podcast, LJ Presents, anything I.O.W. network related. Hey, coming up. Yeah.
Hopefully in
April. We got it popping. We like Mel said, in mid-April, we got a lot of stuff coming. A lot of information, a lot of at one time. I know we get it. But we just want to keep y'all informed of
take notes, nigga.
Just take notes. Keeping y'all informed of what we got going on. We got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. It's just because we grinding over here. We trying to build an empire. Right. You dig? So going over to the website, you can always go cop the merch, support your boys. That's what we got going on as well. But man, let's get into it. I actually want to start off the show off. I started last night's show on a late night owl edition with some positive stuff. Let's, recreate it again with your boy Justin Heron.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you guys haven't heard that name, I haven't really heard his name either. He's a
I heard of Heron.
Don't do it. He is a offensive tackle from the New England Patriots. He's a reserve, but he has seen some playing time. But He made the headlines. This young brother right here, man, got to give this man some shout outs. Show the man some love, because he was out in Arizona training and just happened to be out and about in the middle of the daytime. Literally, I read the story. It's probably like noon and not a cloud in the sky, and a 70-year-old woman was screaming out for help.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason she was screaming out for help, because some young punk was trying to assault her.
Mm-hmm.
And Justin just went into action and took care of the dude. So I think homeboy learned his lesson when he saw this 6'4", 300-pound black dude kicking his ass to get off this elderly woman. So I think he learned his lesson. I'm pretty sure he's going to face some serious charges on that.
Oh, yeah.
But I got to give big ups to Justin, because, we need more guys like him.
Right.
As much as we like to point out, a lot of negative things that athletes do outside of their sport, I gotta show light to a guy that off the field did something heroic, did something positive, and we need more examples like this. So shout out to Justin Heron for being I can be your hero, baby. Don't look like that, dog. I can take your pain away. My man Justin went full Enrique Iglesias for that old lady out there. Don't look at me like that.
Yes, nigga.
I can take away your pain. Shout out to Justin Heron. Don't do me like that.
So you can miss me with that bullshit. Just beat me with your punk ass.
Don't be hating on the vocals, dog. Don't be hating on the vocals. In other NFL news,
Quality your throat, nigga.
Shout out to Ndamukong Suh. He's coming back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to
right.
a chance to run it back. Signed a 1-year, $10 million deal to rejoin Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hey man,
Tampa Bay look like they'll be stacked.
Right.
You know what? Bart Scott brought up an interesting not topic. What's up?
No, go ahead.
He brought something interesting concerning about talking about Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
You know, he kind of said like they full right now.
Yeah.
You know, and referring to they're not hungry. You know, because everybody's coming back, everybody's getting getting a little money, they got their ring. You know, he kind of made the comparison to the not Tampa Bay, New England. You know, in England when they runs, you know, they lost like 30% of their roster.
Mm-hmm.
So when the new guys come on, they see them old guys getting their ring. They say, man, we ain't got that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're kind of hungry.
Got some hungry cats.
How you bringing everybody back that was on the previous team last year? They full.
That is an interesting take because if they don't make it back to the Super Bowl, or pretty much if they have a bad showing in the playoffs, or don't even make it to the playoffs, then I think that statement can apply. But at the same time, when you got a lot of cats that just got their first little taste of success, hopefully they can get that hunger to do it again.
Right.
I mean, the Chiefs were able to get back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because that whole running back and you know, a lot of cats was hungry. It was a lot of people's first time being in that success spotlight.
Right.
Now, when you got somebody like Tom Brady, that's number 7 for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's the type of player that's going to let that whole "oh, we made it, so we good" complacency attitude fall in that locker room. I just don't think that he's that type of cat. But I will say this. Now, when you bring back pretty much everybody that was on that winning team, like literally all the starters are going to come back.
AB
And Leonard Fournette.
Right.
I don't know about they'll get Leonard Fournette back.
Here's the thing about Leonard Fournette.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't crapping on Leonard Fournette. He did an excellent job, especially towards the end of the year.
In the playoffs.
And in the Super
playoff
Bowl.
Lenny.
You know what I'm saying? But if you get Najee Harris coming out, or if
they draft him,
I'm saying if you know what I'm saying, or Travis Etienne,
okay,
you know, though you get some players like that. First of all, you know they on a rookie contract, so you have to pay them a lot. They coming cheap. Second of all, you know they're more versatile than Fournette.
Yeah,
pretty much Fournette coming in the game, you can just stack the box because they pretty much 9 out of 10 they're gonna run the ball.
Yeah.
That 10th time they may pass it to him on a swing out, whatever. But 9 out of 10, you know they're running the ball.
Yeah.
But a back like Najee Harris, Travis Etienne, or others, you know, it's versatility there. You know they're gonna run.
Yeah.
You know, you can line them up as a receiver. You can line them up as a slot. You know, he can swing, pass, whatever. You got a lot of different options there.
Yeah.
You know, with those type of backs, and like I said before, cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you ain't got to pay him a lot of money.
I mean, it may behoove them to let Fournette go. And then you got another young back, back there anyway, and
Ronald Jones. Yeah.
So I'm saying, so I mean, it'd be nice. I don't want nobody to miss their money. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, from a business standpoint, it may be better to let him go and pick up somebody in the draft.
I don't have an issue with that at all. AB, I think, needs to resign with Tom and the Buccaneers.
Because he didn't even get a chance to do anything last year.
Well, he was spinning for the first 8 games, so he was already 8 games behind the curve.
Right.
And then, so by the time he actually started peaking, it was damn near Super Bowl time.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he missed a couple. I think he missed the Green Bay Packers playoff game, the
Right.
championship. He might have missed that, because he got injured in the division game against the Saints. So, AB, reports that I've seen, pretty much the only team that might have took a stab at getting him was the Seahawks, because him and Russell were doing that little off-season training together,
right?
And that makes sense. So honestly, if he doesn't go to Seattle or Tampa Bay, I think AB might sit for a minute before somebody pick him up later in the season, injury or whatever, and they call him in for workout.
I mean, like reports saying that Tampa Bay trying to get everybody back.
Of course.
They may go ahead and pick him up, and it'd be nice to see him get him back and he do something this year.
Yeah,
so that would be nice to see. Because I mean, sitting on the sideline, not really being used, the ring don't feel as good.
No.
It's like, yeah, I get it. I mean,
yeah,
like we said before, that nigga Blaine Gabbert got a ring.
Oh my gosh.
And he was just like, dust your shoes, Tom. You look a little parched, Tom. Would you like some Gatorade?
Well, your penis is clean, Your Highness.
Polishing out, Tom. So that's all he did.
He polishing shoes and washing drawers.
Starts, nigga.
Which one of you niggas gonna be in charge of washing my drawers?
I wash on Sunday.
I'm telling you, I don't know. But I mean, at the same time, I gotta give it up to the Buccaneers. Like, there's one thing, and especially in most sports, but specifically with football,
right?
When you're dealing with free agent market, draft, just cap salary and all this shit, you're talking about being having continuity and being able to be consistent with certain things. But of course, you never know what happens with injuries or off the field shit. And, I'm not taking into account of that. But when you bring a Super Bowl winning team and you're able to keep it
right
in a free agent cap tight world that the NFL is, it makes it hard not to think that you won't be able to repeat. I mean, in my eyes,
Kansas City and Tampa Bay look like the favorites already.
In my opinion, I will say that I can see the Buccaneers getting back. Of course, being a Chiefs fan, I would like to say, yeah, get back, but I'm a little. When you go have a bad showing in the Super Bowl, and then the first thing you do is you go and address it, but it looks like you really didn't address it. Like the Chiefs, okay, so Niang, who they drafted, he opted out. He'll be in the fold this year. Cool, but you still don't know what was he doing for the last year? Was he actually working out, or was he eating snacks?
Right.
I mean,
that nigga snacking.
And I'm just saying, because I mean, we all went through the pandemic. If anybody says they didn't gain weight through the pandemic, you a motherfucking lie. So, was he staying current with keeping his body right? And then you talking about both tackles, right tackle, left tackle, gone.
Right.
They was getting up there in age. Cool. You let go of Mitchell Schwartz on right tackle because he pretty much wasn't healthy all year. Had a late back surgery in the season. So with back surgery, we know how those shits go. Right. Like, you don't know what it's being an offensive tackle. You can't be playing tackle with a fucked up back.
Oh yeah,
and
you down
and out,
bending the back all the time.
But look, a regular motherfucker down and out on a back injury. I'm down and out on just a back muscle pull.
I got that already.
You know what I'm saying? And so imagine playing football with a fucked up back. Yeah, good luck. Then you let go of Eric Fisher, left tackle. So a 33-year-old and a 32-year-old, you let go because of injury purposes. I get that. But then you bring in Kyle Long, who retired because of neck injuries, back injuries, and leg injuries. Set out for maybe 1 or 2 years. He's coming out of retirement to come back, and I don't want to put too much faith in that. Like, my last evidence of seeing you was being injured a lot. Now, when Kyle Long wasn't injured, easily one of the best guards in the NFL.
Right.
But how long has it been since we've seen that kind of long? So you bring him in. I think they overpaid for Joe Tooney from the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Now on the board, probably one of the best guards in the NFL. Cool. But you 5 years, 80 million. First 2 years, 32 million of that guaranteed.
Right.
I think you kind of overpaid. So I mean, as a Chiefs fan, I'm a little shaky on that.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. I just say this: the season hasn't started yet.
Yeah. Of course,
got moves they can
make. Of course.
So,
that's just part of the, just my mind frame as in watching all the transactions go down with just free agency.
I say the same thing about the Lions every year.
Nah, I don't even.
Who the heck? Who's doing these picks?
I'm surprised you even want to talk Lions.
Are they picking like this?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Pick a lion by his toe.
Sir, that's the janitor.
Hey, janitor, you catch a ball, right?
He 300 pounds. Put him on the line.
Boy, I mean, but it's just a lot of stuff going on with free agency.
Right.
I mean, of course, it's all premature speculation and all that stuff. End of April, you throw in the draft. Yeah, I mean, then you're talking about something else. I mean, I definitely want to see how the draft shakes up. So stay tuned to that. We'll be start hitting our draft analysis at the beginning of April, and then we'll kind of roll into that to the draft hits at end of April. Just kind of get everybody excited. It's crazy because I'm actually excited about the draft. I've always been excited about the draft, but this year I'm like, especially because you're talking about a cap tight year because of the pandemic.
See what they're gonna do.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. I mean,
here's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
So, was it Corey Davis?
Oh, with the wide receiver?
He got drafted over to the Jets.
Yeah.
He's now Greeny kind of raised his point, and I was like, okay, that's all interesting. He said Corey Davis talking about how they told him that.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I know what you're talking about. Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold is their guy.
Yeah.
So
that was one of the reasons why he was signed.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: if Sam Darnold is their guy, and they going with Sam Darnold, now the Jets' number 2 pick becomes very valuable. Someone can trade up.
Yeah, they could easily trade out and get a lot back for that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they can do a 3-way with Chicago, Seattle, and then Chicago go to Russell.
Nah, that's a wrap, bro.
I'm telling you, man, it can happen. It can happen.
I hear what you're saying, but
or teams that want to get Russell can trade up and get him. But it'd be interesting to see if Chicago try to make another move. Because now
you can't sit on Andy Dalton, bro.
No,
you can't do that.
They did it in Dallas.
Yeah, but he was a backup. He only played because Dak got hurt.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, as an organization. All right. So here's my thing with the Bears. And in my opinion, this is all Ryan Pace, the GM's fault.
Oh yeah. So
that
goes out.
Was about 4 or 5 years ago, 3-4 years ago, whatever. You bring in Mike Glennon,
right?
Who's high on Mike Glennon?
North Carolina State.
So you bring him in on a 3-year, I think it was like $45 million deal, something like that.
Right.
You invite him to the draft party just to move up to the 3rd overall spot to draft Mr. Trubisky.
Right.
So that's a slap to the fucking face right there.
So you just proved my point. Really, today it ain't beneath them
to do something
like that. Here's my thing, but okay. Here's my thing. As an organization, forget about the Bears and their stupid mistakes they done.
They make a lot of dumb shit.
But as an organization, if you have a chance to get one of the best quarterbacks in the league,
I hear you.
You can't pass that up.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Forget about feelings.
No, you're right.
You can't pass that up.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at, say, okay, they really going to go with Dalton. All right, let's try to go this route. We still offer you what we're going to offer you. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if the Jets will come off that 2nd pick, get after you.
Yeah.
You get your quarterback what you wanted.
Everybody get what they want.
Plus you get a couple of our players, couple picks for the Jets. You smooth.
I hear you. I just don't. we all know how important the quarterback position is.
Right.
We get that.
Right.
So if Chicago does make a transaction to get Russell Wilson, I mean, they've already tried and it looks like it's failed, but you got to give up a lot to go get Russell Wilson.
But see, here's the thing: you don't have to give it as much because you have another team involved.
Okay, if you're talking about like a three-way
You know
trade, yeah, three-team
now,
trade.
Now you kind of like negotiate.
Somebody else can.
You can kind of like, okay, you get a little bit here, a little bit there.
I got you. I got you.
Know, Seattle still get something.
Oh, okay.
They don't get it. You don't get what they want.
You're just plucking from two different teams instead of just one.
Right.
I got you.
You get your player.
I got you.
You know,
that's
you get your quarterback.
Not a bad idea.
You get your quarterback.
That's not a bad idea.
So I'm just saying, if I was Chicago, I'd be on the phone. Hey, look, are y'all really serious about keeping Donald?
Mm-hmm.
The first thing I do, I'll be calling the Jets right now. Y'all serious about keeping Donald?
So you pretty much proposing a three-way trade between Chicago, New York, and Seattle.
Right. And that's what I would do. You know, I said, okay, y'all cool, y'all serious with that? Boom, I'm back on the phone with Seattle.
So Chicago gets Russell.
Right.
The Jets would give up that second overall pick.
Right.
To what they give it to Seattle?
They give it to Seattle.
And then
Seattle get their quarterback.
Okay.
The Jets don't need a quarterback.
Yeah, because if they're sticking with Seattle.
So they can get picks from Seattle.
And picks from Chicago.
No, well, Seattle would get some Chicago picks.
Yes, because they're giving up Russell.
And then,
but I'm saying the Jets need some picks too, because if you give it a second one, okay.
Jets get some Seattle picks.
Okay, I hear
you. In exchange for that.
Okay,
and then what's the name? Seattle would get some Chicago picks.
Okay,
Chicago. I mean, the Jets can get Chicago's original deal.
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what obviously I propose that I want your original deal.
Yeah.
All right. So that way I don't mind giving those picks because I got picks from you plus players.
Okay.
And I'm getting a quarterback.
I hear you. That is GM Melly Mel in the building. That poor general manager over here.
It's all the same.
Y'all nigga move that dope. Y'all nigga move that dope. Move that dope. Oh man, you silly. But that's actually not a bad idea through a three-team trade, because I mean, especially with the Jets sitting at number 2,
right?
I need to see the draft order to actually kind of,
because you already know Trevor Lawrence gone.
Oh yeah,
that's a foregone conclusion. He's gone.
That's not happening.
So he's not there. You got Fields. You got my man I know,
Trey Lance.
Then you got
Wilson.
But I think
it's pretty much Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, and Zach Wilson are pretty much the predetermined 4 quarterbacks that's going to be off the board first. Right.
So, you Seattle, you got to pick yourself a one.
Which one? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. So you pretty much got your pick of Trey Lance, Justin Fields, and Zach Wilson.
You just evaluate who you want.
Yeah.
Get that person
who you like the most and go get them. I get you. I got you. Yeah,
and then that'll put them in a nice position. That put Chicago in a better position.
Yeah, they got Russell.
And it all depends on what they had to give up to get them.
Yeah.
To see what they're gonna pick in the draft.
Only thing I'm worried about is if Chicago has to give up anything on their defense to go get Russell. To me, if
they don't have to give up both Mac or
no, Mac's off the table.
I'm just saying.
Damn that. Nah, bruh. Ain't no damn that. No conversation. If Khalil Mack is on the table, nada.
You have to get Russell,
man.
I mean, here's the thing.
Okay, but you talking about a big key on your defense is gone.
I understand. You still got Roquan Smith.
Roquan Smith works great because Khalil Mack is up front.
So now you just got to find someone to fill in.
Ain't nobody like Khalil Mack.
We're not trying to get somebody like Khalil Mack. See, that's don't even think like that. You're not gonna get another Khalil Mack. You're not gonna get. So here's my thing.
But there's nobody in the draft that can recreate Khalil Mack.
Here's my thing.
Listen. Who in the draft gonna recreate Khalil Mack?
Nobody.
Exactly.
That's not what I'm trying.
You want Khalil Mack? No. I'm hanging up the phone.
That's not what I'm proposing.
Hanging up the phone, not even talking to you.
That's what I'm proposing. Here's what I'm proposing. Listen. What does Chicago need the most?
QB.
Right. Now, defensive wise.
Yeah.
We're in a more offensive driven league.
I hear you.
So this is not taking nothing away from Mac. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is you can get somebody complimentary to Roquan.
Okay.
It may not be Khalil Mack, but it's still a stud enough that your defense still rolling.
I hear you.
I mean, you know, Khalil Mack is not on Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay got good defense.
Yeah, but I mean, they still got.
I'm just saying.
They still got hella pieces.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? He was on the Raiders. The Raiders didn't win.
And then don't even talk about the Raiders.
Well, I'm just you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can plug somebody in there that will complement what you need.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you got to get pieces to help that one player that you get, you know what I'm saying, and run a certain scheme of defense to make it work.
I hear you.
Because you got Russell.
I hear you. You're not wrong. But I'm just saying, when you're talking about
you talking about getting both of them? No, you can't do that.
I'm just saying, when you got a defense that, let's be honest. So take any top 10 quarterback.
Okay.
And you put them on the Bears. I think that's a Super Bowl winning team, just because their defense, to me, their defenses shouldn't be touched. Don't touch it.
Right.
Don't take away. If you're gonna do anything with that defense, add, but don't take away. But I get what you're saying, because you need a quarterback. You know, there's no doubt about it. You got to get a signal caller. You got to get your person who's going to, you know, move the ball down the field. And I don't know. Just Ryan Pace just hasn't shown a good track record of trying to fill that position correctly. And
he hasn't. And
if I'm Russell, I wouldn't want to go, because at some point,
that's another thing. Gene, too, I look at too, is how desperate does Russell want to get out of Seattle?
I don't know. Reports on it sound like him and Pete kind of patching shit up right now. I mean, if you look at some of the moves that Seattle has made, they're not mind-blowing moves.
Right.
But they're making, like, they made a couple of offensive line moves. You know what I'm saying? They keep your fullback to help protect Russell Wilson.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, you know, I've played clips on the Late Night Owl show, and you know, even Mark Schler, the Hall of Fame O-lineman, has said that, you know, when you are playing O-line, you're hoping your quarterback gets rid of the ball under 3 seconds.
Right.
And sometimes Russell, to his own detriment, and trying to play magician man, you know, holds on to it, but at the same time, there's nobody there to really protect him. So I mean, it's a double-edged sword on shit like that.
Like, you got those type of quarterbacks, you know, that creates. I mean, Patrick Mahomes won.
Lamar Jackson, Deshaun,
you know what I'm saying, Deshaun. So
Mike Vick.
So you go down the line. We got those kind of quarterbacks,
magician quarterbacks.
It's hard on the offensive line.
It is.
If you have a horrible offensive line, it's even worse. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the perfect picture would be 3 seconds gone. 3 seconds gone. Because you can pretty much, to a degree, hold somebody off for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a good offensive
lineman, yeah.
You know, I mean, the best is going to succumb to a coverage sack.
Yeah.
You know, you got everybody covered.
I'll take a coverage sack.
You know, I mean, the best of them going to succumb to that, because it's like you're only going to hold them off for so long.
I'm okay with having coverage sacks.
Right.
Because that means that you protected me, just my options just couldn't get their ass open. I'll take that.
So,
but if you getting just wrecked by goddamn Khalil Mack every damn play, and wrecked by Aaron Donald, and it's probably poor examples, because those two are the most dominant defensive linemen in the NFL right now. So I don't. It's to me, I think the Bears are in a real funky ass situation, and trying to fill the most important position on the team, and they failed.
Like I said, Monday show. They should just kept Mitch Trubisky.
I think
that was their best bet for this.
That's
year.
Probably the only time I will say that keep Mitch is the right answer.
Right. Hashtag keep Mitch. You know what I'm saying?
Too late now. He backing up Josh Allen.
Mitch gone. But yeah, I mean, I'm saying that was their best bet for this year.
I think so too.
I think they jumped the gun trying to get Andy Dalton, because it's not like you more to me, it's more of a lateral move, or even a step back, you know, to a degree.
It definitely one uphill move.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a diss. Well, hell, it is a diss.
Nah, say it how you mean it, dog. Andy Dalton ain't shit. All right. I mean, how'd he do the Andy ain't shit?
I mean, he's not garbage.
He told that line, bro.
But that nigga leaning against the king.
He toting that line,
You know what
dog,
I'm saying?
of
He may not be in the
being
can,
mediocre and garbage. He
But he
toting
leaning
that
up
line.
against the king. You know what I'm saying? So
He toting that line. Oh man, but you know, a lot of stuff that's been going on in the NFL, you know, has been the trend going on, especially with this cap-stricken year due to the pandemic.
Right.
A lot of players restructuring contracts. Now,
right.
I need to break this down for y'all people. Now, when you restructure your contract, they can take whatever money that is owed to you this year and put it under another section that it doesn't count against their cap.
Right.
That you can still get your money, or they'll defer it. And it's a deal that you still get your money, but it helps the team out.
Right.
And I get the point of doing it, and I get the you know, the reason that the NFL has it. But there's one player that we want to speak on that didn't and decide to not restructure. He was asked to, he declined. Superstar wide receiver of my Kansas City Chiefs, Tyreek Hill, is probably one of the only players that has been asked to restructure, and he decided not to.
I'm saying.
Hey, he said it.
Here's the thing.
Matter of fact, I think you might have the clip still on there.
It's not there.
Oh, did I delete it?
I think he deleted it.
Oh, damn.
I was gonna play it.
Oh, damn.
But here's the thing. Here's my thing with that. When you watch what he said,
yeah,
and trying to follow his line of reasoning. First, he said agents and family members.
That I
was like, pause.
Yeah, when he said family, I didn't get
Why
that.
is your family members involved with that?
I don't know.
So then that kind of like made me say, family members, agents to deal with that.
I let them deal with that.
I let them deal with that. You know, it takes away the fun from the game. Blah blah blah. He said, stop right there.
And just left it there.
And then when he said, once I'm signed.
Yeah.
To me, those are two different lines of reasoning.
Yeah.
To me, okay, in one side of your mouth, you saying, oh, people handle that, I let them handle that. The other side of the mouth, you saying, I got money.
Yeah. Once I'm signed,
I got my money. I ain't moving off of that.
Yeah.
So to me, you made your decision.
You made your stance.
You made your stance.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with your agents.
Yeah.
What Vince say? Vince say, oops. Nigga got his ring. Like, fuck it. You're right. I mean, but that's what he's basically saying, though.
That's what he
said.
said.
That's basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got my ring.
Fuck it.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But my thing is, stand on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say it. I'm like this. I'm not gonna hide behind my agent. That's what if that's what I'm just gonna stand on.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't going nowhere. I need my money.
I'm not moving.
But at the same time, that could come back to haunt you later on down the line.
It could.
When you go into your career and you're not as good as you used to be. You're still good, but you're not as good, and you're gonna need somebody to look out for you then.
It's funny you say that.
Once you cut, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look at it this way. When you first said the statement, as a Chiefs fan, I wasn't mad. I wasn't upset because I understand the business part of it. These NFL team organizations make business moves every day.
Oh, yeah.
So I wasn't mad at Tyreek for saying, oh, well, this is my business. I ain't moving off my money.
Right.
I ain't mad at him for that. Get your money, player. And personally, I think Tyreek was actually underpaid for what he brings to the Chiefs, what his production and importance to that offense he brings. I think he's underpaid. You know, that's neither here or there. But if he feels that it's not necessary for him to move, then it should be at that. I have an issue with armchair general managers jumping in Facebook and Instagram and Twitter blogs that are trying to say he's selfish and he's not a team player. And I'm like, where are you getting this from? Like, you know, he's not coming up to you McDonald's and saying, well, you should restructure your hourly pay because all you're doing is frying fries.
Nigga, you in charge of fries. You talking about $11. You doing fries, nigga.
So I mean, I
restructured that to $5.
So I look, I'll say this. So Tyreek is 27. You know, he has what 2 more years left on his contract.
Right.
So is so pretty much 2 years, almost 23 million left on his contract. So what's that? About what 11 and a half, 12 million a year?
Mm.
I'm fair to say that he's slightly underpaid.
Okay.
What do you? I'm confused on.
All right, here's my thing.
Now go ahead.
On both sides, you gotta look at it as a business move.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at it from this thing from Tyreek. Yeah, I'll restructure because next year's gonna be more money to get.
Yeah, especially with the
so the restructure for a year.
Yeah,
and then we come back to the table next year.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? But I think I know it's gonna sound like I'm flip flop, but it's not. Because I'm gonna point out what I mean by this.
Yeah,
I think when you take a stance like, you know what I'm saying, once I'm signing a sign, you kind of paint yourself in a corner. And so then when it comes time where that money comes up again, say, oh, nigga, you signed. Good.
Remember?
You remember that? You know what I'm saying? Now, when I say stand on, I still mean if you're gonna say something, just stand on, but that means you gotta be willing to take the consequences that come with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't flip-flopping. I'm just saying if you're gonna stand on something, just stand on it. But I think with him, you know, sometimes you gotta think of it from you gotta take a panoramic view of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just about this year.
Okay.
Let's look at what's going on next year. You know, what's going to happen 5 years down the line. You know, when I'm in my 30s, my speed is not there no more. You know what I'm saying? So you have to look at all those different things and say, I might need some help, some allies back down, down the line because, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to need somebody to pay, to look out for me down the line.
Yeah, I hear you.
So at the same time, you got to balance that would not let them take advantage of you too.
Yeah.
So you're constantly like teeter-tottering. So that's why you have to be careful what you say. Or let me say this. Not careful, but be
mindful.
Okay. And precise and be
direct.
Direct. It's the word I'm looking for, but escaping me. Purposeful? No, I don't know. Anyway, you gotta know what you're gonna say and just like kind of dissect how you're gonna say, okay, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this because of this.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I'm saying it. Because I know down the line this is gonna happen.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So intentional. That's what I want to say. You got to be intentional about the things you say and do.
Okay.
You know, so that means you have to be informed.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna let my agent handle that." I mean, if that's true, he could be saying that just to kind of throw it off. But you know, if that's true, then you can't just allow your agent to handle stuff without being informed. He can be your spokesperson.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but I need to know what's going on. It's like how many people you say, "Oh, my accountants do my book," and accountants is patting their pockets because you're never looking over your books.
I mean, I'm looking at his contract right now.
Mm-hmm.
His base salary really isn't high. It's almost pretty much $1 million.
Okay.
Majority of his contract is in bonuses, roster bonus,
mm-hmm.
Workout bonuses. If the team picks up the option to bring him back, so his current deal ends in 2022.
Okay.
He's not. So he's already saying I'm not restructuring,
mm-hmm.
and he's not going nowhere. And I can guarantee you that because if the Chiefs cut him, that's almost that's $18 million cap, dead money. So then you're not just gonna lose $18 million cutting Tyreek Hill,
right?
And especially when he'll be 28, 29 years old. You're not doing that.
Right.
So I mean, even when him not restructuring, he's not going nowhere, and I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I'm agreeing with you where it might bite him in the butt is that after 2021, it's only like a $2.5 million cap hit.
Right.
In 2022 if they cut him.
Right.
So and at that point he's only making $1 million in base salary at that point.
Think about this too. People
they're gonna remember that.
Not only that, but they remember what they see.
Mm-hmm.
So say he get injured this year.
Yeah.
They're gonna forget about the year before and the year before.
Oh, they're gonna forget about that whole career up to that.
All they're gonna remember is
what you done for me lately.
Play. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you because that's how mine works anyway. You're gonna forget about what he did those years prior. You're gonna remember, oh, he didn't play last year. Oh, he washed up, he a bum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be They might not directly say it, but that's gonna be what it is because they're gonna remember what they see now.
I get what you're
You know
saying.
what I'm saying? So that's another thing you gotta look at. Tell them I ain't buying them, or
And
if his production go down.
I was about to say
for
that
whatever reason,
his production better
you know
be dope.
let's say Pat they sign somebody.
Yeah.
And so Pat happened to favor that particular person.
Yeah.
Which it just happens sometimes.
Yeah, it happens.
It's not personal. It's like, oh, that didn't get open.
Yeah.
Him. You know what I'm saying? And then it looks like your production go down. I mean, you changed. Your production looked down. And he washed up. He ain't the same.
Well, I mean, and I get what you're saying. And because, I mean, let's be honest. The NFL knows what Tyreek does.
Right.
I mean, he's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, first of all, defenses are going to scheme for him regardless.
Right.
I mean, we saw what happened in the Super Bowl. Tyreek was nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think motherfuckers didn't see that tape from the Super Bowl?
Right. And people taking
they
note.
paying attention.
Okay, that's what you need to do. Okay. Right.
Hold on. Jam this nigga at the line. Bracket coverage, put a nigga on top and just be physical with this little nigga. Slow, you ain't gonna slow him down because you're too fast. Just put people in the way. I bet. Your production go down.
Right.
And I get what you're saying because this can bite him in the butt. But I mean, me personally, I think Tyreek just doesn't understand the process of this whole restructuring contract situation in general.
Yeah, he probably don't.
Because if you really think about it,
that's his agent fault.
Well, no, that's his fault.
I'm saying, ain't his agent fault. Because here's my thing.
Because his agent needs to explain.
He should at least explain to him.
Yes.
Bro, check this out. This is what this means.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. I mean, like I said before, he should know.
Yeah.
But some people just don't.
Yeah.
So if you don't, your agents at least come to you and say, look, this is what this means.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing because potentially if you just give you a 1 year deal, next year TV money kick in.
Yep. You get bigger money.
Look at your current contract.
Yeah.
After 2021, you're only getting $2 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Base salary.
Yeah. Where you can kind of get 3 times, 4 times that with this TV contract.
Put you in the highest paid of your position.
Especially if your production comes. You know what I'm saying?
Keeps getting better. Yeah.
So that's what a good agent should do.
Yeah, they should break it down.
Yeah. Because you make money off this guy.
Yeah, because they have to, and I'm with you 100%. A true agent needs to break down every pro and every con to any situation. But just looking at that little clip, I just don't think Tyreek really is caring to understand the process. He just want to play football. And that's okay.
That's fine.
And that's fine. But understand, it's going to be some.
You got to be willing to deal with those consequences. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, and I got no issues with him not restructuring.
I think it's like, I'm not saying anything good or bad about Tyreek on this situation. I guess my overall point, my bigger point is anybody, when you take those things, you have to be willing to take those consequences that come with it. So don't come to me next year or 2 years down the line crying. Hey, they ain't giving me no money. It don't make no sense. So I'm be like,
yeah, I ain't trying to hear.
You want to take?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we got your clip on YouTube, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Remember this? I'm signed.
I'm talking to your agent. I don't have to talk to you. Oh, your mom and them at. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I mean, when it comes to professional players, that's a big decision, whether restructure or not. I'm under the understatement that you got Patrick Mahomes, who just signed a huge contract, the richest contract in all of sports. He already restructured that to help.
Right.
Chris Jones just got paid, restructured that. Travis Kelce just got a contract, restructured it.
Shoot, Tom Brady restructured his contract.
Tom Brady restructures every year.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't, and that's why I'm saying I personally think Tyreek just doesn't understand the whole situation.
Don't get paid,
and the magnitude of the decision to or not to restructure. I mean, but then again, like who says that he's going to get that money if he restructures? I mean, the NFL teams cut people all the time, trade people all the time.
I mean, that's true.
Or hell, God forbid he gets an injury and can't play again. I mean, there's of course, it's easy to say restructure, you're still gonna get your money, but that's not 100% guaranteed. And I'm pretty sure that's probably why he decided not to. I don't know. We don't know because we're not Tyreek. We're not in the circle, but
Chase Claypool.
Oh man! Oh my God! Did you see the clip, bro?
I saw the clip, bro.
Oh my goodness!
Look out here in the streets.
Come
on, man. And this always been my biggest thing about rappers, athletes
in general.
Yeah. You know, like y'all come from the streets, get this money, and then y'all go back in the streets.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Or keep that same mentality.
You can't, because you got too much now
to
investing
lose.
in this now.
Well, no, you got too much to lose.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got too much to lose, too much. You know, everybody, I got, you know, looking for to keep they street cred, or looking to keep that clout.
Man, street cred will get you killed, bro.
Man, you got too much to do.
And leave your ass broke.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever happened, because from the clip doesn't really tell you how.
No. The clip is just pretty much showing the fact that he's involved in this shit.
So you don't know what happened. So, you know, I know people can take you there. Sidebar.
Yeah.
So, you know, I do my little delivery thing on the side.
Yeah.
So I'm delivering to this one lady. It's a couple, maybe a month ago. And so she on the phone. She calls me on the phone as I'm coming out the thing, y'all. Did you deliver my stuff already? I said, yes, ma'am, I did. Okay, because every time I get it from you, only you, half of my drink is poured out. So this particular place I get it from, they seal the bag.
Yeah.
And the only way you can get, you got to rip it up and get in there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, ma'am, I don't understand that, because I can't even get into the bag. It doesn't matter. Every time I get it, it's always halfway poured out. I said, well, maybe it spilled over, you know, but if it spilled over, the bag should be wet.
Yeah.
Well, now you pouring it out. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna check it when I get there. If it ain't poured, if it's poured out, I'm calling the cops. So, you know, I got the two people on my shoulder.
The devil and the angel.
So, like, she don't see I'm sitting in the car while she's saying, I can see her pulling up. I wanted to walk up on her and say, I talk that shit you was talking before, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Talk that you was talking earlier. What was that you was saying earlier? You know what I'm saying? And then when she have her drink, it's spilled now. It's halfway spilled now, nigga. So fast forward to today.
Oh, this nigga so petty.
So fast forward to today. You know, as soon as I pull up the Dunkin' Donuts, I take a picture and send them a little text. Hey, look, you can see it's not temporary. If I forgot to say, you know, you driving and texting, I did, whatever. Yeah. And so I thought I put haven't, but I didn't. So it said it's been tampered with. She's like, I was like, oh shoot. So she say, well, if it's been tampered, you just send it back. I was like, oh no, I mean it hasn't been tampered with. The only time it's been tampered when you bring it. So I'm like, okay. So anyway, I get to the place. So no, she like, well, I'm gonna check every part of it. If it ain't tampered with, if it's tampered with, blah blah blah. You know, she run off the mouth. So I said, all right then, whatever. I hit her, all right then. So I guess she kind of hit the attitude in my text. So she was like, don't need. She was texting me back. Please don't come into the office. Just leave it outside the office door. So I pulled her. I left that mug on the steps outside the building. Took a picture. Pick it up. So people can take you there.
Yeah, they can.
You know what I'm saying?
They can.
Because I wanted to walk in there.
Yeah.
And
set it off in that motherfucker. Set it off,
be like, nah, I'm gonna watch you open up and check it. And as soon as she opened that mug up, Sapaya!
So petty. You know what I'm saying? So petty.
Now drink that. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I watched the clip at least 3 or 4 times. And the thing that amazes me is all the ruckus is going on, and he interjected himself.
Yeah, he did.
He put himself in the middle of it. And I talked about this on last night's show. This is the thing that bothers me, because I have another thing I want to talk about when we get off at chest that kind of relates to this, but I'll hold off to that. Right. So Chase, you can hear his people like, hey, Claypool,
right.
Claypool.
Right.
So they understand the magnitude of him being involved in this. The only person that doesn't understand it is him. So my thing is like, he's around certain people that understand the magnitude. So he's around good people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is a him problem. He ain't had to interject himself. And here's the craziest thing. I'm bringing up another story that has nothing to do with this, but it can point to the fact that it could have went that far. So there was an MMA fight in Florida. Cats is fighting. All of a sudden, dude goes in his lady's purse, pulls out the pistol, warning shot. And what if that situation happened? That bullet goes up. Got to come down. What if somebody had got hurt in that situation with Chase Claypool? It's 2021.
Oh man, just start busting. Period.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's 2021. You know, motherfuckers ain't used to using D's no more. Motherfuckers is quick to go pick up a knife or a pistol or something. That situation could have got ugly. It could have went way left.
Say you get into it. You in your prime, you mess up a hamstring, you mess up an ACL, whatever.
That's another factor.
It might be season ending.
That's his livelihood.
You know, so that's how you make your money. You can't play, you can't get paid.
And what if somebody would have done something to his knees? You need your knees as a wide receiver. Right. What if somebody would have fucked up his foot? I think you need those as a wide receiver. If you fucked up your hands or your arms, I think you need those as a wide receiver.
All that, man. So it's like you gotta protect your
life. No, you gotta think. You gotta be smart about this, Chase. Like I don't know, whatever this little macho session you just had, like, let that be the last one. And don't put yourself in this shit no more. Because I looked at the clip and I'm like, he interjected himself in there.
Right.
And you know, like I'm saying, God forbid it didn't get too crazy, but it's a possibility nowadays. Somebody could have just been like, nah, fuck this. I'm about to air it out. And he would have fucking either been hurt or dead.
You see you run a wheel out now, nigga.
Yeah. I'm just saying that to me, that's the most idiotic thing to put yourself in. And if I'm Mike Tomlin, I'm bro, hey, nah, we ain't on the phone. I need you to come to my house. We need to have a one-on-one, face-to-face, man-to-man conversation, bro. Because I need you to understand the magnitude of your action right here, how it affects the business side of the organization of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I need you to understand the personal side, how it could have fucked up your life.
Right.
He needs to understand that.
Right.
But we're going to move on. LeBron James, of course, we know he's hurt. You know, is now been kind of narrowed down, and he's definitely going to be out probably a month. AD still probably got another 2 more weeks, maybe 3. And we saw what the Lakers look like without him. Lord, it's going to be a little rough, little stretch.
Coming from the Staples Center.
So, you know, I just wanted to touch on that real quick. But I say that to lead into a lot of the trades that's been going on. Of course, the trade deadline just passed an hour ago on here on the East Coast. Lakers didn't really make any moves.
I still don't understand what's going on with the Lakers, man.
I don't get why they
what is going on with the Lakers, man?
Well, you know what? And now that I look at it, because they got their finance people that was on the trade deadline on ESPN, it makes sense because they were talking about a chance that they would get Kyle Lowry, but they were going to have to give up too much because you got to balance out the money part.
Right.
And I'm like, maybe it's probably a good idea they didn't. But there are a couple of big moves. Orlando Magic said, fuck it, we just going to start over. And so they literally took 3/5 of their starting lineup and they shipped them out. Aaron Gordon, of course, he's a slam dunk extraordinaire, solid forward. They shipped him to Denver.
Right.
I actually don't mind that.
Denver only a couple pieces away, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on, you got Jokic and you got Murray.
Right.
Now you add Gordon. I mean, that's a decent, solid big 3.
Right.
In my opinion. Evan Fournier, they shipped him out. And I was actually kind of surprised on Nikola Vucevic that they sent him out too. He's a all-star center.
Right.
And it's not like there's a lot of all-star centers walking around in the NBA right now, and you shipped him out. So I was kind of surprised on that as well. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the Magic ain't going nowhere. They're not doing nothing.
They ain't going nowhere.
So why not?
Stick down there with Disney.
Yeah.
Play with that mouse, nigga.
Oh, JJ Redick goes to the Mavs. Actually, I didn't see that one.
He's still around.
Yeah, as long as you can still shoot, you don't need to do too much. Yeah, that's what he there for.
Stick him over in that corner.
Low key, I like. So Fournier went to the Celtics. Okay, that's where he went to, and that I don't think that helps them improve whatsoever. That's
Celtics need a reboot.
Denver get JaVale McGee back.
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
So you get JaVale McGee, you get Aaron Gordon at the trade deadline. You know, I think that bolsters up your roster for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So teams are making moves, and I'm just disappointed in the Lakers. They just didn't try to do something.
Bring Lonzo back or something.
So Lonzo Ball doesn't leave anywhere. Kyle Lowry doesn't move. I mean, there's a couple of moves right here that happened, but
here's what I do if I'm a team. I'm unless if I don't have the money.
Oh, real quick.
Okay.
Oladipo went to the Heat.
That might be good.
I like that.
I like that too.
If he stays healthy, he has to stay healthy.
Right.
I mean, we know what happens with him when he stays healthy. They gave Houston Rockets Avery Bradley, Kelly Olynyk. That's okay.
Right.
Y'all can have him. I'll take Oladipo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I'm a team. I might be waiting next year to get Lowry.
Nah, he'll be 36. What the fuck is he going to be useful for next year?
He'll be useful this year.
But that's my point. that year ain't going to make no damn difference how useful that motherfucker is.
It's going to make a difference in whether or not you have to give up something or just get him in a trade.
Nah, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? So I just rather get him in a trade because of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Now, and I hear you. Now, one of the surprise trade, Atlanta Hawks made a move. They just got Rajon Rondo before the year, and they just shipped him to the Clippers,
right, in
exchange to get Lou Williams. I actually like that for Atlanta. I don't like that for the Clippers. Because one, you're talking about Lou Williams, who, if anybody had saw the stat on SportsCenter last night, he's hit the 15K point marker in his career, and about almost 13 and a half of it coming off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so he solidified himself as the best six man in the history of the NBA. So you put that on the Hawks. I like that move. Mm-hmm. I mean, it makes sense because he can run point when Trae Young isn't.
Right.
And I think he's more a dynamic scorer than Rajon. Mm-hmm. And this is why I don't like it for the Clippers. You got Patrick Beverly, and now you have Rondo. You got two old niggas still playing guard.
Right.
Neither one of them is a offensive threat. That doesn't improve your team. And now you just lost the best guy coming off your bench. You just lost so many bench points right there. That move, gone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't like that move. I didn't like that trade anyway.
Oh. Some people want to trade just to be traded.
I mean, it just didn't make no sense. How we looking on time, big ho? Oh, is that time? Oh, then hell, come on, let's do it.
Holla at your boy.
Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. Say it with your chest.
Little ass nigga.
So I need to talk to, this is similar to kind of Chase Claypool's little situation, but it's in another sport. So all my boxing fans who are familiar with Gervonta Davis, who is a protege of Floyd Mayweather, part of the money team. And he is literally a 26-year-old guy who's in the peak of his boxing career, probably one of the best that's doing it out in the game of boxing. So he's already had a few little run-ins, little issues. If you ever look it up, he got arrested for putting hands on his lady at the time.
Right.
They had a basketball game, and literally he got her by the throat and trying to escort her out, and so that's another situation. But this situation, he has just been charged with 14 charges related to a Lamborghini hit and run. It was reported he was in a Lamborghini, had a lady with him. They're in California somewhere. And they have an accident, and the police have evidence that of on him on camera and witnesses saying that he was in the driver's seat.
I didn't know everything's on camera nowadays,
bro. This is the fucked up shit. They have evidence that he was in the driver's seat, and they showed that it was a getaway car that came and picked him up.
They doing an Italian job.
The bad thing about it is the car that he hit had 4 people that were injured from the accident, had to be flown to the hospital because it's serious injuries and no deaths involved, but still. So it's a hit and run situation now. He's facing at least minimum 7 years in jail. Like, come the fuck on, man. What are we doing? My people, what are we doing? Why is it that you get in this position of status and power and you just forget all your fucking common sense? What is going on? My thing is like, what the hell are you doing that you're not paying attention in a Lamborghini? And who wants to hit a Lamborghini? Who wants to wreck that? That's one thing. And okay, so you get in an accident, you just be man enough to just deal with the consequences. You got the money. Now you're making your life harder by running away from the problem.
Right.
And now you're facing jail time. You 26 in the prime of your boxing career, sitting down for 7 years doesn't do nothing for you. And not only that, because there were injuries involved, you opened yourself up for a civil suit.
Right.
So now you're facing criminal charges, about to lose a shit ton of money for that and lose time, which is more important. And then you might have the possibility of losing more money with a civil suit. It's just,
it's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
About to make another prison boxing movie.
Oh my God. I'm just, because I mean, if anybody's seen Gervonta Davis box, he do it legit.
Oh yeah.
But now you about to be just wasted talent because your head ain't in the right spot. One of the dumbest moves and just, it just doesn't make sense for you to just run away from a car accident because you don't want to face the music.
Plus, that makes it worse.
And to me, this is what makes it worse, is because they already got a history of you making bad decisions. Now you add this massive bad decisions onto another line of other bad decisions that you've already made. You're not gonna get no leniency because of your worth of what you do in the boxing ring, and damn sure you ain't gonna get no leniency because you nigga.
Oh yeah.
You get no favorable leniency at all in this situation. They don't give a fuck about how much money you make and how much you think you worth. No, brother. Come on, Gervonta. Tighten up, brother. Tighten that shit up. Stupid. Little ass nigga. So make no damn sense.
So mine's gonna be quick, fast, and hurry. Don't worry. Flavor vision ain't blurry. It's kind of like, I'm gonna use what we talked about earlier to make a bigger point. We talk about Huron saving the lady, and those who might have just tapped in and didn't hear. There's a 71-year-old lady who's getting sexually assaulted by somebody off to backup offensive lineman Huron went to save her. And so they gave him a plaque, called him a hero. But what kind of, I think that speaks more to our society, and it's not taken away from him. I just kind of want to paint a bigger picture that something that should be a natural thing to do. You have a person, because it could have been a 70-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? You have a person who is defenseless, who needed help. And it should automatically be like, let me help this person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But because we in a society where people will flick on the camera first, we're in a society where people will turn their head, we're in a society where people will go and get other people to become spectators. You have them, this guy is made of a hero.
Yeah.
Now, this is not saying what he did should not be honored. It's not saying what he did should not be thanked. But the bigger is that we're if it's something, this is something that we should be used to. That's not a big deal, and the fact that is rare. And you see this, you're like, oh wow, he helped. Because it's such a rare thing. I think that we need to get more in tune with others, more in tune with what's going on around us. So when that call comes out for help, we're able and willing to help.
Holla at your boy.
I hear you, bro. Little ass stupid. Nah, for real. I hear you. You know, shout out to Justin Heron again. You know, just being just a stand-up citizen,
Right?
Because that was a real shitty situation, and he just went into action. You know, there's no film and nothing out there because he wasn't. You know,
he wasn't doing this.
He just went to action. So, you know, again, shout out to him. You know, we could touch on that all day. I love hearing stories of just people doing, being positively humanly people.
Right.
I mean, this is we're all humans, you know, and not to get off subject, but you know, this is why I don't deal with politics and shit like that, because it takes the human element out.
Right.
It becomes about business and money. So, you know, shout out to him again for doing that. But we have reached that time of the day that we must say goodbye. Appreciate any and everybody. Appreciate any and everybody that has always supported the I.O.W. network.
Right.
Showing us mad love. Man, it's been a great almost a year and a half that we've been doing this. We just added the sports show pretty much September. September. So you know, it's been a blast doing that. Look, going over to the website again, www.I.O.W.119. Yep, that's where you get all the information. And then, hey, until Monday, it's your boy Wildcard Marn, Detroit Mail. Hey, y'all be good. Love somebody, hug somebody. Peace.
The I.O.W. network.